For this segment of our video series, kind of highlighting the past year and so for the parish, I have with me Mr. Tom Funkhouser, who is the chair of our finance committee, and I have him here so that he can give us a little update on the financial state of the parish. And so hopefully everyone received in the mail or had a time even to look at the financial statement that we provided. It has information both for the fiscal year that would have ended on June 30th of this past year, and then also we've included up to the end of October, just to give an idea of how the pandemic has been affecting us. So, Tom, let's say that I'm one of those parishioners who looked at this but thought, this is a lot of numbers, I don't know what to make of this. Could you give me just kind of a brief synopsis of how the parish is doing financially?
Okay, Father, thank you. I will address, first of all, the financial report for the 12-month period ending June 30th, 2020. You will note that the net income ended up on a positive note, $14,082. We're very thankful for the parishioners for their contributions to make that happen. One of the notes I need to bring up is a little confusing. On the balance sheet on that June 30th, 2020, there's a line item under liabilities called loan, PPP, loan forgiveness. That in essence is the monies that we received from the federal government relating to the COVID payments to help businesses to pay for some of their expenses.
Was that PPP is Payroll Protection Program, I think, was that what it was called? Yeah.
Yes. And it's shown as a liability because until we have our report that we have to submit for approval, it's considered a potential liability or a payback to the government if you don't utilize in the manner that they expect you to do so. The diocese financial reporting required us to show that as a liability, and it's still shown as a liability on our current balance sheet until we get approved that expenditures. So it's showing up as a liability, but we received the cash. So from a balance sheet standpoint, it's a wash.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's all I need to address on the June 30th, 2020. There's a commentary in the back that pretty much helps you understand the rest of the financial report, I believe. If you have any questions, my phone number's in the bulletin. I'll be happy to discuss any issue with you personally. I will now jump to, if you don't mind, Father, the statement for the current year we're in began July 1st and it's through October 31st.
Yep.
There's two line items I usually look at. It's a line item called net ordinary income, which in essence is the cash in and cash out relative to our normal operations. Mm-hmm. Then just below that we call other income, which is gifts and donations, which could be for capital improvement, and also our capital expenditures, of which includes line items relative to our renovations, which Father will speak to later, I guess. As to the current year, there's two main things we need to point out. The net ordinary loss for that period is $23,000. Basically, the change in revenue is a reduction due to our new tenant from the prior tenant of total reduction for the year of $41,000. This will be somewhat offset by reduction in certain maintenance expenses that we were responsible for in prior years, that the new tenant is going to absorb themselves and pay for during the next couple of years. So that being said, I'm hoping that we all can maybe put in a little bit more this year to help us offset that loss in revenue.
Yes.
I know it's a struggle right now,
Yeah.
but if you can, that's our main revenue loss this year. Also, the only thing, again, I'll mention that $56,600, that's the PPP loan forgiveness. We're still showing that as a liability. We do expect to file the reports and get permission to take that into income, if you will, for financial reporting purposes. It will not affect our cash flow. Once it's approved, we put it into the income statement as if, it's not as if, but it reduces our expenses, but it does nothing for cash flow. So I just wanted to make that point. So, any more questions, Father?
No, I don't think so. I would encourage everyone, if they haven't had a chance to read the commentaries that Tom did for these financial reports. I think they're very helpful in understanding the situation. Right now, I guess I would describe it, we're kind of in a fluid situation because of that payment protection program, because of certain, the renovation income and not being spent yet. So the numbers on the page might look a little bit not quite, they haven't all kind of washed out, so to speak,
Right.
as we say. So we're still looking forward that hopefully by the end of the year we have a better picture at least of how all of this came out. But we're paying our bills and we're staying open, and thanks to the contributions of the people, we're able to do that. So.
Right, and one thing I didn't mention was that we have taken, and Father being in charge of the operations, has taken quite a bit of effort to try to cut back in expenses in operations where he can. That includes salary and other issues. So I actually am impressed with that he is spending and has spent that much time and thought in doing what he can to cut back where he can. So thank you for that, Father.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the compliment. And hopefully, as Tom said, if anybody has any questions on the finances, you can contact me. You can contact the parish office. Shirley Fishbach would be more than happy to speak with you, or Tom, if you want to go to him. That's part of his job. So thank you very much.
Thank you for this opportunity to vent my thought process on the financials.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And that'll conclude this segment of our year-end report. So thank you all for watching this, and please tune in to the other segments that we have. God bless.